Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the third and hopefully an absolute banger of an evening for ESA Cup. And we've got three matches for you. We're going to have three best of ones. They're going to be, of course, settled on this evening. 3 points for the winners, 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point for an overtime loss, and 0 points for a full regulation loss. We've got three games for us tonight. Now, starting us off will be Team Black versus MVG UK, and then we're moving straight into Palukarke, I don't know if I'm saying that right, versus Dragone, and then Penta Sports versus Vivid United as well. Now they're going straight in back to back with each other, and that's pretty much it, straightforward. Now, we've got the map bands going on in the background just now for the first setup here. I'm joined tonight with Aria as the co-caster seat, who's just going to go through the map bands with you just now, and we'll have a look at what we're going to.
Right, so as we can see, the map we want to head straight tonight is Oregon. Oregon, with the history of these two teams, we've seen them play actually in a best of three before, Sham. That best of three, we saw them take to the maps of Clubhouse, Chalet, and Theme Park. And historically, MVG did win that matchup 2-1. So playing in Oregon tonight is definitely going to be an odd one, as we have not seen these two teams play each other on the map. And honestly, the strats that could be pulled out tonight could be very, very interesting, to say the least, between these two teams.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to see some good gunfights as well, to be honest. Oregon's always a balanced map, so I'm hoping that we get some good action out of these two teams.
Out of these two teams, who do you reckon is going to win, Sham? Come on, give us your bets.
Yeah, I'd hate to be biased, but I think I'm feeling BLK, to be honest. I think I'm feeling BLK.
I'm feeling a bit of MVG, so...
Ooh, a bit of competition, I guess. There will be a prediction going on in the chat. I am just going to start the game in the background so that players can get going. Not that you'll know that much, but the players have just now joined in, so we'll get them ready to go in just a second. And we'll cut straight through to Oregon is what we're going to be looking at. Again,
definitely a very, very interesting map to be playing on. And the strats that can be pulled out here, they could either be, your basic run-of-the-mill, or decide, I think it's MVG on the attack first, correct?
I believe so. Let me just check. Yes, it is MVG that are starting on the attack. So we'll see just now as we pop through onto the bands. You'll see just now that what sides are on.
Again, a Flores ban. Typically, as we saw actually in the best of three between these two teams, Flores was an operator who was banned. Typically, we should probably expect the Jackal ban coming out here for the next ban. Pretty much, it's not a guarantee, but it was an operator that was consistently banned over that best of three. I would expect to see that operator taken out, but it's going to be the Nook instead, which is probably a counter to the Lego man, if we're being honest here, as Lego is known for using that Nook, being able to sneak his way up through the bottom corridor, evading those cameras. I'm not too surprised, but for the defender bans, Azami was banned out, and we've seen Mirror banned out against these teams, again with the Valk as well. So we have a wide range of operators that could be taken out here, but it's going to be the Solus.
Ooh.
That's a bit of an interesting one, Sham.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much our first season now. Of course, there's no quarantine now, so you can play these operators right away. So it's not surprising to see Solus go, to be honest, just because...
It's not surprising. That P90 is an absolute shredding machine as well. P90 is a very comfortable weapon, not much recoil, and 51 bullets, old Ella. And Mozzie. Again, these are two operators now we have not seen banned out by either of these teams when they do play each other. It's going to be very interesting one, Sham. These are some surprising bans to come out, to say the least.
Yeah.
Definitely not what we have on record whatsoever.
Yeah, they feel targeted to me, especially the Knock one. I think that feels like it. Then again, I've seen the sneaky Knock plays coming down that freezer area quite a lot, so I'm not too surprised.
It's not too surprising, but Lego Man, just been one of those players that I've highlighted him already this evening. But Lego Man is just one of those players that you do not want to let with Nook on the roam. It's just something that a team won't feel comfortable on, so it's not a great surprise that the side of MG are going to take that operator out off the play. But again, it looks like we're seeing, so far, it's just your basic laundry hold. We're not seeing anything, out of the ordinary. Your Mirror's on play, and she's been utilised, which I think there was an Oregon game recently that Mirror was just not played. She wasn't banned, just was not played.
I'm quite surprised to see Mira slip through the bans, to be honest, just because it makes this pushing this bottom site so difficult facing off those Mira windows. It's just
it does make it makes the bottom site an absolute pain. But now with teams that utilize the Mira, they're obviously going to be more aware and know how to counter the Mira.
Yeah.
And ultimately, since Mira's buff, I think it was about 4 seasons ago, a very long time ago, where if you melee the back Mira, it cracks. I think that also knocks Mira down a peg.
Yeah,
so she's
definitely
not exactly up in the highest of powers, but still definitely an operator that you want to see. She can be annoying, but definitely not the biggest problem anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they've got started off with a decent kind of roam clear. You can see them coming in from the kitchen side here through MVG. They're just clearing through the map. They've got the drones at their feet. They've got pretty good chemistry, it seems, on this attack so far. They've got a clear idea of what they want to do and where they want to get this attack to end up being. Now, you've got Sutter playing inside of Freezer. Well, it was playing inside of Freezer. Decides to hop back through and support their teammates inside site. All 5 members are inside of site for BLK, so they're not going to be going on any roam. The roam's clear was done pretty effectively. There wasn't much of a roam presence, mind you, so they didn't have to clear too much. There was a couple of kind of teases that came out from BLK, but instead decided to go back to site. They are just moving through the map here at MVG, just trying to tick off those boxes, make sure that everything is in place to get this execute down. It looks as though it will be a Freezer execute of some description, potentially a little bit of a rotate. They're not quite decided yet of where the best avenue is to go. There's no presence in the bunker area at all. In the moment, you've just got Peter coming down that backstairs area, and there is a little bit of face-off there. You can see the alibi outline on the other side there. That's Lego that's just to face up there, and the drone goes down ahead of Peter to find the information, see if there is a player down there, which they will just lie and wait for a moment and wait there. You see a little bit of the Tootsies flashing past there, takes a little bit of damage onto Lego, and he'll hide in that corner and just wait. Swings it again and tries to re-peek, but there's still no action anywhere else on the map. It just seems to be this back stairs area, and they now only have a minute left, so they need to start getting something done here. They seem to have done most of the utility play that they need to do. They're now in the positions where they kind of want to be, and that seems to be like what they're trying to do. Now a little bit of a rotate comes round towards the construction place into the blue bunker. You can see Thod coming in with the KB, but are they aware of the fact that Suther is now rotated back into the bunker, and this could be a big play here? Swings out there, she's ahead, she's one, can he find a second? Yes, he does. That's a double on the round for Suther there. Just as we see a trade on the other side as well. Mac finds Lego on that staircase and comes down to the pillar area. Now they are in a position to get themselves into the site, but Suther is still being a thorn in the side. Outside toward the blue bunker, moves around 4 versus 2 as Tatters finds Ollie now, and it's looking bad for MVG. Another swing again. Suther not able to find it as Mac finds a double kill on the round, and it's a 2 versus 3 situation. It comes back 3-1 though as Tatters finds Peter, and now Mac in a 1 versus 2 finds a triple. Could go for the ace clutch if he finds this round. 20 seconds left on the clock. He just needs to find a couple of heads. Another one lines up, gets the down. Does he know? Does he have the information? Of course, points aren't on. Does he know where the last one is though? There's 10 seconds on the clock. He's going to have to either go for a plant or find the information that he needs. I think he knows that he's inside of the elbow area, but he's just not aware of what potentially he's hiding. He just has to go around the corner and hope that he's not there. No, not in time. The defenders are going to take this round on time, and so close to an opening round clutch there for the ace. And what a beautiful round that could have been for them. But no, the defenders are able to hold on to that.
What a beautiful round coming out from Silver there, as that double kill in the blue bunker was an absolute detriment to the side of MVG's attack. Taking all those 2 members, I don't think they were aware of Silver's rotation back into blue bunker. And, that lack of information. Yes, you can't have drones on it 24/7.
Yeah.
But you still, before you go in, don't want to go exactly go in blind. And for going in blind there, they were punished severely by Silver with that all gay too. And it just didn't result in a good win. Yes, it was very close as Mac almost pulled back, but hitting, I think it was 3 kills on the down.
Yep.
If I am correct. And Quake just sitting in that bunker.
Yeah,
but still, it was almost a throw coming out from BLK.
Yep.
But the shots weren't there, and things just didn't go well for either team there, really. It was just more of the gunfights were won for the side of BLK.
Yep.
But then it was just slipped away out of their fingers very, very quickly.
Yeah, and that's Oregon to a T. It just comes down to gunfights because everybody knows what everybody's doing. They know the standard pushes, they know where the holds are. Everybody knows where each other is on the map, really, and it all just comes down to the gunfights at the end of the day. And, everybody knew there was probably going to be someone in bunker, but just didn't hit the shots. Sutter was able to get himself a couple of kills, and that's pretty much what happened. MVJ swung throughout the whole map and didn't get anything. Open pick their tars though, just swings out from the double door and finds Ollie outside with what's probably just a barricade bang. I think he was just passing by there, and that's an unfortunate start there for Ollie on the round for NVJ.
That's a lot of utility taken off the board as well. You're losing your Yana with all those clones and a set of 2 frag grenades, if I am correct. I think the Yana did have frag grenades. That's not something you want to be losing, especially with 2 minutes to play on the clock.
Yep.
You've quite a lot of time, and that utility could come in very, very useful, you know, trying to take out some of that utility that side of BLK are bringing. Again, as you see, we've Banshees, we have shields. Again, frost mats, you know, you can shoot them, but those grenades will come in handy as well if you cannot get to a shootable area. And all they've got to stop them is the Jaeger. So losing those frag grenades is a very big detriment to the side here of MPG.
Yep, on the subject of frag grenades, you just seen one sail in there and find Suther's feet and does so much damage, takes him all the way down to about 10 HP, finds the shield as well that was hidden inside the trophy there. I think it's trophy if I remember rightly. And it's just not a good start for Sutter there. Thought was going to find Cheesecake as well at the same time. I don't actually know where. I think he found that from the other side of the map. Yes, you can see that he came in up, snuck up the back stairs there and up towards the tower and finds himself one. But I think there's one below. This could be an unlucky yellow ping there. Look at that. The drone work came out there and found Ninja down below. He wasn't aware of the fact that there was a drone on him and thought just came down to capitalise on what was essentially a free kill. They have some reinforcements downstairs, so they were trying to rely on that presence down below, and it now is in the hands of just Tatters, all on his lonesome down the bottom now. Some gunfights coming through that main breach. It's Peter and Mac that are stacking up together to try and get these players under pressure now as the nade sails over in towards that dorms area and now down towards the bed there. Sees ahead again, but not quite quick enough to react towards the Jaeger who was moving through. The Suther again still on 10 HP. Jinky finds Lego as well on the other side, and now it's Tatters down below and Suther inside the site, feeling the pressure. Tatters has to come up and help there, but I think there is potential for a C4 play if Suther is able to bring it out, but still the pressure builds, mounts inside of him. He's inside of Dorm Hall, just holding on for dear life here. Has 10, but Tatters I think is on the reverse angle looking up through the breach here, knows that there's a player going to be hopping through it, and this could be a swing through the round if he's able to get at least 1, maybe 2 off of this kill here. But I think he's just going to have to play the patience game here. There's 30 seconds left on the clock and it's basically just going to be a good old-fashioned Mexican standoff there. Has an impact there, and that takes the player off of the plan. It gets the kill as well on him. Mac, he was too low HP to actually tank that, but he doesn't know that there's actually no one going to be coming through that hatch anyway, so that rotate should I say, as Tatters still thinks there's still going to be one there, but there's no one to do that. The yellow pings are coming out. He has information. The Thods on a heater so far, has a triple kill in the round, now got the diffuser down, but they're so worse for wear in terms of the HP. Has to come up there. Look, Thod gets him down. I don't actually know where he's been able to get the down from, but he's actually down. I think he's maybe potentially hit a frost trap as we stay with Tatters to see what happens here. He's now in that rotate. There's still one on the breach there though, has to swing it though, and if just one bullet would put him in the dirt, but there's so much pressure coming out from Tatters, he doesn't know where to look, doesn't quite land the shots, and Jinky's the one to shut it out for the attackers, and MVJ are able to take the first round for their attacking side on Oregon.
Definitely a round with a strong amount of chemistry, as we saw those yellow pings with Fod and the Maverick. Just unfortunate finding Ninja as he's rotating into green. Bit unfortunate timing on leg or on Ninja's part. But the red, yellow pings and the drones were there. Information was all on the side of MVG, and there's not much you can do when there's that much information against you on this when you're on the defense side. Yeah. Definitely a very well played round though by the side of MVG. Everything they needed was there. They had the hard breach, they had pressure coming in from the attic side, coming in from main breach. There was not a whole lot the side of BLK could have done. Yes, you know, losing Cheesecake early on was not the best, as that smoke can delay so much time, as we both know. Smoke can be an absolute huge part in a late round, especially when all those members of MVG were pretty much on low HP. I think the only one wasn't on low HP was Peter, but other than that they were all one shot, and we actually saw Fod go down the frost mat as well, so those smoke canisters could have came in absolutely clutch both side of BLK. We just did not quite see that as Quake. Not too sure how he died that early on, to be quite honest. I don't know if you caught that, how he died.
I think he was caught. I think he was potentially the Maverick that caught him, because Thug ended up with the triple on the round. I think he caught him through a hole inside of Attic. I think that's how he found it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Quite an unfortunate way to lose your smoke that early on, to be very honest. But still, absolute props to MVG. They knew what to do. They had the information there, and they just looked like they're working like a well-oiled machine.
Early engagements coming through here as Peter's just made his way in towards Garage. There's another one at the other end. It is the Melusi of Tatters that's down there, and there's a couple of shots traded back there, but Tatters I don't think is going to fall for the bait. He knows that there's where he can play and what his positions is that he can be comfortable. He's got himself a little hole to spy onto the kitchen doorway in case anyone comes along that green hallway, which could be Ollie that could be facing down at that potential gunfight, but Ninjas also came down to join downstairs. Now, you can hear the Maverick torch going off. His Thod is the one to try and open up that attic on again. Same play as before. There is one to try and play against it. There, just as we were talking about there, Cake is inside of attic, and that's likely what happened the last time. The Maverick just got a lucky shot off and was able to get the kill. Thod getting aggressive though. Actually just decides to head straight in. Knows that the smoke is going to be playing behind there. It has the nades in pocket, of course, and doesn't even have the nades in pocket actually. Now that I look at it, I'm quite surprised to see the flashes in the pocket.
Maverick doesn't have grenades anymore, Sham.
It's been a while.
Nades are gone.
It's been a while since I've casted, so we'll just gloss straight over that and pretend that I knew that before coming into this match. Of course, I knew that Maverick had lost his nades. And I'm not completely utterly heartbroken at that. Lego though is going to open up the scoring here with a kill onto Mac, and Jinky makes her way in towards Trophy now for a rotate round to Master. Playing off this breacher, sees ahead and just misses. Peter takes a little bit of damage as well, potentially up down on that bottom floor as Ollie's still down there. You see Ninja down there as well, now looking for an engagement down in kitchen, which will be Ollie to take that one, and now we're a 4 versus 4 situation, but Tatters is the one to try and bite back and find another trade. Look at this rotate here that's going to be coming through, and surely they'll not be expecting someone to be in it, but they're actually coming through the rotate. They're going to go round, and it's a bit of a ring-a-rosy type situation as Ollie goes round through the hallway, and Tatters is probably unaware as to what's happening. A little bit of trades coming in inside the actual site. You can see Thod's pushed all the way up and actually managed to drive the smoke back a little bit, and there's a repel happening as well for the Ayana to pinch out the smoke should he decide to move. A swing comes out there. Look at a shot comes out there from Cake, takes a head clean off of Cake there, and now Jinky finds Lego, and Thod's hungry for it. Looks to find another one, but I can't quite find the shot as he's downed in the process, as Peter now has to try and back up his teammates. A 1 versus 4 situation though. Souther's taken off the board courtesy of Ollie, and Tatters is now left in a 1v4 situation again on the bottom floor. It didn't quite work out last time, but hopefully this time he can get himself a result out of this. But they surely know that this is when he played last time. They'll know that it's Tatters on the board, they'll know that he'll be playing downstairs, and Jinky goes for that diffuser, gets it down cold. The red pings are singing out. There's one at the top of the staircase, so it's very much a Canadian situation though. Can he get the finish? No, he can. Chokes exactly like Canadian, and it's going to be Tatters to find one, and surely he can try and find another couple. If anybody can do it, it's Tatters. He pushes in, he's flashed out though, and it's not looking good for him at all. He doesn't know his situation, doesn't know what's happening, and down below Peter is there to shut it out for the attackers, and MVJ are able to take another attacking round.
Again, a very comfortable round, and a beautiful shot coming out there from Fod onto the player Cheesecake, taking them that smoke early on. Once again, yes, we saw the canisters, but the smoke's full utility was never utilised. Yes, you've got your smoke in those pinch and choke zones, but you're losing that smoke so early on. Rotate someone not as crucial into those zones if you can at all possible when the deep pressure comes on, because Cheesecake with those smoke canisters can come in absolutely huge. We've seen rounds won based off of a smoke canister, and I just feel that the side of BLK are just not getting the full potential out of those smoke canisters as they physically could, which is probably the one main criticism. But the side of MVG are just absolutely on smoke at the moment. There's no stopping MVG. They're getting those intel drones in. The intel is there, and it's just everything is working in the side of MVG, getting those frags. And like we saw with the player, I think it was Ollie with the F2, if I'm correct, downstairs by kitchen, able to find that frag, equalising the scoreboard, and then the sale of frags with Fod finding the head of Cheesecake. Everything just sailed into MVG's hands as soon as that scoreline was equalised, and losing that smoke again. I'm going to make a point of it a few times. Losing that smoke early on is just not what you want to do.
I think there needs to be a little more of a resistance on the roam, I think, from BLK. There's not been much in terms... They've just really relinquished most of the map for TMVG. They've just let them have it, really. I think they need to try and put a little bit more effort into holding on to the map and not just letting them come on the way. I say that, but they've already got Thod on the back stairs. Then the site is downstairs, so there's already action down there. Takes a little bit of damage, so they'll know that he's there. Someone wants a little bit of a fight though. Sees again, just sees a pixel of a backside there and just not able to land any shots though. Takes a little bit of damage and just pulls back a little bit now to be a little bit more calm and collected with this approach. Okay.
Again, we've Bunker Hold coming out again. You know, all those ADSs there, and hopefully we do not lose Cheesecake this early on. But I wonder, will we see another similar situation? As, again, the only players to have really took engagements as Fod, who was taking engagement from the pillar. But other than that, this looks very slow. It looks like the side of MBG just want to clear the map, make sure they're established. And it looks like we could be seeing a freezer push here coming out very, very shortly, though, Sham. This could be something we should be able to keep an eye on.
Yeah, they seem to be quite fluid with their attack on this side. I mean, they seem to be thinking, it's almost like they get in the map and they're like, oh, wait a minute, we've got more control than we actually thought we would need to. We thought we'd have to put a bit more effort into this, and then they kind of dilly-dally a wee bit to kind of go, you know what, let's just do something different. We can move around. We could maybe go freezer. We can go wherever we want, because let's be honest, we're completely comfortable. There's 5 players inside the site and they've not moved a muscle. They're not going to move a muscle the entire game. Look, they're just staying there, static. They're waiting for the push to come in. They're letting MVG get comfortable, and I don't think it's the approach that they should be going for at the minute, because there's not really. They should be countering with a little bit more aggression, I think. As Thod is the one to bring that aggression, drops the hatch, a couple of young Candelas in there, 5 versus 4. Tatters finds Jinky though. If anyone is going to be the one to stop this onslaught, it will be Tatters, who has some amount of gun skill. 5 versus 3, Lego is able to find Ollie. It's on trade for trade as Mac finds Lego and Suther finds Mac, and it's just back and forward, and Suther is able to get himself out towards Freezer, and Cake finds it, the last pick onto PR, and just like that, MVG just fall apart, and it's just. What just happened?
I think that round, it was just staggering. It looked like, oh, we're going to see a freezer push happening here, and then it just went, oh, maybe a meeting hatch, and then Fod just hot dropped, found the down onto, I think it was Lego at the time.
Yep.
Could be Ninja, I'm not quite sure. And then the rain of frags just came down, as the inconclusiveness of what MVG wanted to do with that attack was definitely what cost them that round. They were so hesitant about, oh, we might push freezer, we might not.
Yeah.
The hesitance really was what cost them that round.
Yeah.
I think if they had just, got Fod, Candela out freezer. Yes, you have that player that's playing by the bomb chassis, low down by the wall and headhold. If you get that player cleared out, ying that out, get down, take that establish that position, and you could really make a good push off of that way. But just MVG just looked stalled. They just deer in the headlight moments from them.
Yeah, it was almost like we got into the map too easy. They were a bit like, oh, wait a minute, like, wow, there's nothing happening here. We don't have to do anything. And it was almost like, because they didn't have to go through any of those motions of drone this, clear this, and get to here, they could just do what they wanted. And I think it was almost like too much choices, spoils your dinner, and that's basically what kind of happened, I think. And unfortunately, it just fell apart. BLK were able to have a great round, and it just came down to a quick couple of gunfights, and that was the round over. They just lying in wait, and it looks like, though, they're going to go for the same play. They've chased a couple operators, but they're still going to the same idea. And Tatter's down the bottom floor. There you go. Look, this time he's going to find Thod, and that's their top fragger shut down for the side of MVG. So they'll be feeling more comfortable. That's a weight off their shoulders. And like I say, if there's anybody that's going to bring this to a head for BLK, it will be Tatters, because that man has some gun skill in him, and he's so far been on an absolute heater. 8 and 3. Look at the head, just peeking out there. Decides not to take the gunfight just yet. Pops out there just to try and find one, but it's a 4 versus 4 situation as Jinky finds Suther as well, though. And look at that again. Tatter's on top as Peter is deleted right out of the round, and that will be the Ayana dealt with. The nade's gone, and that will be also the Maverick gone. So any attempt at Attic will at least be way harder than what it was the last time. Another pick there for Ollie as Lego is able to get. Sorry. Another pick there for Ollie as Lego is taken off of the round. Jinky is now moving through in towards the master bedroom, and you also have the thermite alongside to open up that wall, which has been opened up. Pretty big hole, ready to go in and get into the site and get an execution down. Now they're going to have to start getting the execution in mind. There's a minute and 30 left on the round. It's a 3 versus 3 situation, so it could still go either way, but there is still a key factor here. Tatters, who's shot about 300 drones in this one round alone, just because they just seem to have them all set up, ready for the flanks, but not one of them is able to catch Tatters so far. Look at this though, as he aims to go through the breach. No one's aware of the fact he's did that, and it's going to pay off. Triple kill for Tatters. He downs the diffuser inside of Master. Another one's going to be there. He finds another. It's a quad for Tatters. He has the info that one is going to be downstairs coming in from that window. He knows he's there. He wants the kill. He wants the ace. He wants to hunt this player down. He's in hunter killer mode. He's going to try and find the last one, but no! He's put to bed before he can get the ace. It's a double kill for Ollie on the round, and it's a 2 versus 1, and suddenly the Twitch 1.5 has all the power. They have to push into the site though and try and get another couple of kills. Sees the head but not enough to land the shot, so another one. See the Attic as Cheesecake to finish off the round for the defenders of BLK. Stellar performance for Tatters is enough to win this out for BLK in this round on Oregon.
Definitely so far. Tatters has got that MVP 100%. Just clicking those heads, making it look purely effortless. which is what we love to see. And honestly, Sham, it looks like you were saying actually, remember you said at the very start, Oregon, very balanced map.
Yep.
It looks like we could very much see a 3-3 scoreline here coming into the second half.
Yeah, it's a gunfight heavy map for me because everybody knows setups, everybody knows what you're doing, so you just end up in a fight, basically just an onslaught really, of trading back and forward, and it's just going to be who can find the form really that's going to decide it.
Who's having a good day, who's not having a good day is all what decides this map. But again, we want to see the Castle on it. Actually, is this the first time we've seen Castle? It is the first time we've seen Castle in play from memory. And realistically, looking at the side of what MVG is going to be bringing, yes, we have the 6-pick. They could change operators. Who knows? But there's not a whole lot to deal with those Castle barricades. Like, yeah, you have the Osa, Jackal. Yannick has mates to deal with them. If you're desperate, you can use a thermite charge on them. You're not going to opt for that, though. They shouldn't.
Yeah.
Anyway. There's not a whole lot there to clear away these Castle barricades. So, bringing the Castle out here from Southern could be an absolutely amazing plan, as MVG don't look like they want to deal with the Castles.
Yeah. I think
it's going to be definitely a very interesting thing to keep our eye on.
It seems to me like they're just going to rely on the pure gun skill. I think they're just going to try and fight this one out, really. They've done it pretty much the whole time. There's always been an eye out, always been a twitch on side. They've always been trying to bring aggression. Mainly from Thought, really, who's been in the support role all night with the Mav, but still been trying to frag out. So it looks so that's pretty much what they're going to try and do. And you can see them face checking everything as well, so you can pretty much tell what's on their mind, and it's to try and gun these players down. But Tatters will definitely have something to say about that.
Tatters will always have something to say. But as you mentioned about FOD playing that support role, we also have to remember the extended barrel got buff.
Yeah.
But M4 does now 54 damage per shot. It is one of the best assault rifles in the game. It's no question to why people will opt in for playing the Maverick, as that gun is a literal shredding machine.
Oh, it certainly is.
You know. But here we go. That's first engagement done though, as that's going to be FOD falling. As again, that's FOD falling first 2 rounds back to back now. And there's still some engagements happening here though in the area of pit. And there's not. It looks a bit of a stalemate, but that attic area has just been given up. So they're just rotated back, and it's very odd to see being given up that early.
Yeah, Tars gets himself a kill and he just decides to pull back a little bit. Doesn't want to push it too much because he knows that there could be someone around that area. I did see someone inside of the tower there and just pull back a little bit, but decides to go back and take it back. So I think it was potentially just a bait. Still has the shield up, still has the potential to do it. Now the attackers have opened up that main wall coming in towards the stage area. They've got it down, it's opened, it's ready to go. The plant is potential there. Now they do need to try and cover this a little bit because it is quite an open plant. They do have smokes on the Twitch though, so Twitch is going to have to rotate around to get that. Ninja though is taken down by Peter with a cross map shot right through. There you rotate, you can see that all the way across inside of kitchen. There's one at the far end there though. Peter just needs to push in there. Lego's going to find Ollie as well on the top floor, and now it is a 4 versus 3 situation in favour of BLK though. Jinky's going to bite one back at least on the Tatters, and it's the top fragger of the server gone. Peter though still in a pretty aggressive position inside of the kitchen corridor. You can see those Maestro cameras that are playing a big part there. There's a swing that comes out from Cheesygate just as I say that, just as we go see where he is to see what was happening. He finds Peter and takes his skull and will be finding himself in a 1 versus 3 situation. Mac as he pushes through the main rear stage area, but no, not enough to do anything because it's just not enough body count, as there is now another round on the board for the defenders there, and I think that's what we were looking at. 3 versus 3 half.
It's, you know, it's predictable for Oregon. Oregon's very predictable map. A 4-2 split is not out of the ordinary. 3-3, 4-2. You're always kind of settling for something like that. But now we're given the side of MVG what can be a more comfortable side for some teams. And yeah, 4-2 split. My channel points are not safe at the moment. Yeah. Yours are. So come on MVG, please. Just save us.
Also made a mistake there. I know it's not 3-3, it's 4-2.
Yeah, I did correct you. I don't think you realised.
Yeah, just wanted to acknowledge that for everybody. Like I say, we're a wee bit rusty. We've been away from the game for a wee while.
Yeah, it's what, you took a break, what, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
I've been gone for like 6.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Been a while, but we're back on a heater tonight because it's been a great game so far. 4-2 in favour of BLK just now. Switching sides though, so we'll see what we'll have in store for the next couple of rounds at least.
It definitely will be very interesting to see how the split works, as again you can never rule a team out. Yeah, the side of BLK looking very strong, but that split is what can ruin some teams. Now they're on the attack, they mightn't be as comfortable on attack, we don't know. As it seems, I'm actually looking at Wikipedia, all the stats kind of edge more towards the side of MVG getting more aggressive as rounds were won more so on kills and defuses. So it's gonna be a strange one. This round, potentially, these next 2 rounds are potentially what will decide the game, unless something major does happen.
Well, we have a back-to-back about to come here as Lego moves in towards the stage area, and you can see Peter just coming up as well. Vods on the bottom floor as well, so Lego is actually kind of floating around in what they probably don't perceive as being a dangerous area, because there's a couple of people moving around that area. I think they potentially heard some footsteps moving through the basement there. That's why they've dropped down here, to see if there is anyone lurking down there. And it was Thod, the chunky boy on the dock, moving through the map all the way up through towards security, which is an interesting tactic to say the least in a comp game, to see Thod moving around. This is what I like to say, it's like he almost picks these support operators and he just wants to just be as aggressive as possible. It's almost like, you know what, if no one's going to play it, I'll do it, but I want to be aggressive, and that's exactly what he's been doing. But look at this, as they are now probably going to be ending up in some sort of gunfight at some point. I think Thod will probably go up that back stairs area to try and find something on the back of Nizza, but look at this on the other side here. Lego's holding on to the thing, and those are the ones round there. Sees the head, but can't find the shots. Not enough to do anything so far though, and does come out on top on towards Peter there on the Jaeger. Shut down on the roam, and not enough, as Lego was just lying in wait. Knew there was going to be a player around that area, but Thod could be the massive player here. I don't think they'll be expecting another player downstairs at this stage, and Tatters has moved up towards the vertical nade area. I say vertical nade, he's actually outside, as he just tossed that in the window to try and find one. Maclo's going to find Sutter as well, and I believe he found them off of the window. You can see them out there, just went up to the window, shot one, and now there's 2 on the bottom floor. I think he dropped the hatch there, seen one go past the hatch there, and surely that's going to be a beautiful shot. Yes, it is. Mac finds one on to Ninja there, who's just not aware of the fact that there could be one down below, and finds him through the hatch. I think the call came, but just too late to save his life, as Cheesecake moves up towards a trophy as well. Tatters outside, and it is now a 3 versus 4 situation in favour of NVG. But just as I say that, Cheesecake decides to shoot Ollie in the face, and Lego finds Thod, and now Lego again. Tatters is somehow just collapses in on us. They go through the breach there, finish it off, and just like that, we go for a 4-3 swing all the way through to a winning round for the attackers there. Beautifully done.
5-3 split, or 5-2 split, Sean.
Yeah.
Not 4-3. It's alright, we're all
Did I say that?
You said 4-3.
Oh well.
Be fine.
Rusty. Like I say, rusty. No.
Very rusty.
Hopefully no one's clipping. Shh.
Everyone clip that. Clip it. And there's Phil Sham's inbox with that clip, I beg.
Listen, I'm just here to build hype and talk fast. You're the one that's here for the stats, right?
Well, you let me do stats then.
Okay, go on, go for it. 5-2. Talk to me. What we got? What's happening?
Well, at the moment, that last round just looks like the side of BLK just collapsed in. There was some beautiful shots coming out there from Mac with that SMG11, putting it to its absolute virtue, but it just wasn't enough. Having those 2 players downstairs, and it looked like the side of BLK realised there was 2 players downstairs and just didn't deal with it. They just wanted to take site, pressure site, and they knew that those 2 players would be forced into pinch zones. That is exactly what did happen, and it just looked like a very comfortable round for BLK overall. Everything was in their favour.
Yeah, it was a good round. It was a good round. I don't know what happened at the end. I think it was looking pretty balanced, and it just somehow it just all fell apart.
We had 2 players downstairs that were trying to rotate either white side or from main side, and they had already taken through breach, and we're watching off areas, and everything just kind of collapsed at the last second for the side of MVG. Pretty sure that's what happened. Could be wrong, but that is what I observed.
Ninja's the first to fall as Peter is able to find the opening pick, as we can also see another engagement about to happen here, and it could be a trade back. No, Ollie gets downed actually. In fact, it is actually, sorry. It's a trade back there. Tatters finds Ollie and now downs him and puts him in the dirt That's the Oryx dealt with. No roamers for you. But there is probably going to be some roamers because I imagine Thod's on some chunky operator, which exactly he is. He's on the dock, moving around the map, and he's looking to try and hunt somebody down. He does find one. Thod again, just out on these rogue operators around the map, moving around, trying to be a nuisance. He doesn't really care that he makes so much noise. He knows that he's going to have at least a chance in any gunfight that he ends up in. Peter's downstairs as well. Looks like they're not really wanting to be too close to the site. They are being a little bit loose with this. They want to move around. This is pretty much testament to what we've seen MVG do throughout the game. And again, Thought could be potentially getting himself another one here, but does not quite land the shots as the player moved in towards. I think it was Ash of Tatters there, is able to avoid and just runs all the way upstairs. In fact, there's one outside now. It's the Ace out there, and I think Tatters is just not even interested. He's moved all the way up to the top floor. Suther though is going to find Mac and pushes in, and Jinky's able to find the immediate trade-off though. And there's a rotate though, and that is going to be shut down for Tatters. Finds Jinky inside the site and knows that there's going to be one coming up that white staircase. Cheesecake comes in to join them, and Tatters is going to hold the cross there. Knows there's one there and finds a triple kill on the round for Tatters. That'll be Thod dealt with. That's the two heavy hitters back to back there. Or can it be a 4K? A lot of damage done onto Peter now, and it's a very tricky situation for him as the plant goes down, and he's not quite able to get himself back into the site though, and decides to collect some point starters just to make sure that he can get that MVP right at the end to get an animation off if he's got an elite equipped onto that. Now Tatters moves through, finds the last one, and 4K on the round there, and a little teabag there just to show a little bit of disrespect there, because he knows that he is on a heater this match with 17 kills.
Just make sure the purchase button works. You know, nothing disrespectful here. Just everything, just making sure everything's working correctly. No disrespect in this lobby. But that again, we just saw pretty much a repeat of the previous round. Oh, have we a rehost?
Potentially. I'll have to hit a wee pause timer. Having some technical difficulties, I imagine, so I will be back with you in just a moment.